Welcome. So, you know that study plan assignment for week 3? Well, it's way more than just another paper you have to get through. Today, we're going to break down exactly how you can turn that assignment into your secret weapon, a personalized, high-scoring roadmap that's going to help you ace the national certification exam. I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? You're juggling all this coursework, and at the same time, you're thinking about the biggest exam of your career. This plan, this is the bridge that connects those two worlds, and we're going to build it together, step by step. Okay, so let's dive right in. Here's our game plan. Our roadmap has a few key stops. First, we'll start with self-assessment. Then, we'll move on to building some solid, smart goals. After that, we'll talk about gathering the best resources. And finally, we'll cover how to polish everything up for a perfect score. First things first, we gotta start with an honest look in the mirror. You know, the foundation of any great plan is knowing exactly where you stand right now. And that means really digging into your practice test results to see what you've already mastered, and more importantly, where you need to focus your energy. And this isn't just a small step, it's a critical one. According to the rubric, getting this self-assessment right is worth a full 25 points. That's a quarter of your entire grade for this assignment, so we've got to nail it. So what does a good self-assessment actually look like? It's really this simple. To get top marks here, you need a super clear, accurate, and complete summary. That means making 2 separate lists, just like you see here. One for your strengths and another for your opportunities. No fluff, no ambiguity, just the facts. Okay, so now that you've got a clear picture of your strengths and weaknesses, it's time to build the engine of your study plan. And that's all about your goals. And listen, if there's one part you really need to focus on, it's this one. This is the heavyweight champion of the whole rubric. We're talking 30 points. That makes it the single most important piece of the entire assignment. Getting this right is absolutely essential if you want a top grade. So, what kind of goals are we talking about here? The rubric is very clear. It wants SMART goals. And that's not just a suggestion, you know? It's a proven framework that forces you to be super clear and create a plan that's actually actionable. Here's exactly what that looks like in practice. For each of your 3 or 4 goals, you have to do 4 things. Define the specific tasks you'll do, set a clear timeline with deadlines, and, this part is key, explain exactly how you're going to measure your progress to know you're on track to hit that goal. Great, you've got your map and you've built the engine. Now, you need the right fuel to make it all go. This next section is all about finding the specific resources that are going to help you crush the goals you just set. And this little quote right here, this is the secret to getting an excellent score. The rubric says it right there. Your resources must be tailored to individual need. So a generic copy-pasted list just isn't going to cut it. This has to be all about you. So what does that actually look like? Well, it could be anything. Maybe it's joining a study group that's focused on one of your weak areas. Or it could be finding that one YouTube channel that finally makes a tough concept click. It could even be creating your own mnemonics. The key is to connect every single resource back to one of your specific goals. All right, we are in the home stretch now. This last part is all about presentation. And you should think of this as just securing the easy points, the points that are totally within your control. And trust me, it's a much bigger deal than you might think. Just look at this breakdown. You get 5 points for clear paragraphs, another 5 points for good grammar, and 5 more just for getting the APA formatting right. Now, these might seem like small details on their own, but man, do they add up fast. So let's put that in perspective. What we're saying is a full 15% of your total grade comes from just the writing and formatting. Think about that. If you ignore this stuff, it's like just giving away points for free before you even get started. We're not going to let that happen. And the path to grabbing all 15 of those points, it's crystal clear in the rubric. For all 3 of these areas, the requirement for an excellent score is a paper with, you guessed it, 0 errors. It's a high bar for sure, but it's totally achievable with some careful proofreading. Okay, let's bring it all home. At the end of the day, remember what this is all about. This isn't just about getting a grade. The whole point is to create a living, breathing document that's going to guide your studies long after this class is over. It's your personalized action plan for one of the most important exams of your entire life. So, with this whole framework in mind, your roadmap is basically drafted. The only question left is, what's your first step? What are you going to do right now to get started?